Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Machi Living and welcome to today's Pick a Card Oracle and Tarot reading. In this reading, we are going to focus on what is happening in your life, clues from the universe and clarifications. The idea of today's topic came to me because a few times in my life I had these moments and rather times when I had no idea what was happening. I knew something was going on, I knew something was happening, things were changing, things were going well. At the same time, things felt really uncertain, just these really weird times. And I'm sure you had the experience when you just sat down and you were like, what is happening? I just need a sign, I just need a clue. So this is what I wanted to capture in today's reading. Questions like, why am I being blocked? Am I being blocked? Why do I feel blocked? Or do I just have to be patient? So we are going to look at an overall message in each reading from the universe, and then see what area of life you should be focusing on or looking at, or which areas. Maybe it won't only be one, it might be overarching. We'll draw cards to see what is happening, what is the root cause, and then, as I mentioned before, clues from the universe as to what to do. And we'll also draw some oracle cards to look at timing and astrological signs and aspects as much as possible. So let's look at the piles. We are going to have 3 piles today. So that is going to be pile 1. I don't normally like to reveal the pile cards, but this is how it came out. So pile number 1. Oh wow. There's a lot coming through, it seems. Pile number 1, Desert Passage, Trust, there's a divine plan. Let's look at pile number 2. Let's look at pile number 2. Wonders. Let's look at pile number 3. I think this one. Pile number 3, Communicating Freely. So let me show you the 3 piles. Pile number 1, Desert Passage, Trust, there's a divine plan. Pile number 2, Wonders, with an amethyst, kind of amethyst looking, but quartz crystal. And Communicating Freely, I communicate from the depth of my being. And in addition, for picking in between the piles, I have rings to add today. The first one for pile number 1 is a silver infinity ring. For pile number 2, it's a golden merit ring. For pile number 3, white gold designer's ring with waves on it. So I'll give you a few seconds to look at the cards and take your pick. So let's prepare further cards, tarot and oracle cards for each pile. Pile 1. I will draw 8 cards, 8 tarot cards for each. And 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Pile 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so let's start with pile number 1. 3, 2. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So your main message or overall message is desert passage, trust, there's a divine plan. And it's quite an interesting message, isn't it, since we are looking at clues from the universe as to what is happening in your life and what is the best course of action. So definitely whatever the situation is, you need to trust. Trust is one of the first things to focus on. And also from this card I have the feeling of keep moving forward. Follow the path step by step in front of you, even if you don't see where it's leading or even if you're not sure. And follow the rising sun in a way. But let's see, let's look at your tarot cards to see what area of your life and what is happening, what is the root cause, and what to do. So we have the 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands. For me, it feels like something about losing passion, losing interest, losing motivation, being bored. Let's see. Justice. There is an imbalance. Maybe miscommunication. Five of Swords, the Judgment, Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. It feels like the area is something to do with emotions. Losing direction, maybe. I just need a moment to take the cards in. So I kind of look, these two cards refer to which area of life and what is happening, what is the root cause, what is actually happening, what is the root cause, and what the universe suggests you to do. I think it's about losing general direction in your life. You are waiting for something to happen. And you've been waiting for a very, very long time. This idea of having no direction has been with you for a very long time, but this situation actually is resetting you, rebalancing you. So instead of focusing on what is not happening or why things are not happening, it would be better to use this time to focus on your personal growth, to lighten your heart, to develop trust that there is a plan for you, there is a plan in your life. And the root cause is that plan isn't what you have been working on. There is a different way of living for you. And maybe you might do the same thing. You might work in the same kind of job or in the same area, but differently. And you've distracted yourself with competition, with everyday expectations, following the right path, what you've been told, what everyone is following, but it is not your path. Your path is different. Your path is your own. And this is why you feel indifferent. This is why you lost motivation, and this is why things are not working. Things are not progressing. So instead of trying to continue with the same thing, you need to restart in a way. And the advice is that work. Take steps one by one. And by work, I don't necessarily mean find a job, but if that's what you have to do, just maybe do any work, anything that gives you a moment of peace, brings you some money, but it also allows you to focus on your self-development. You need to study things, maybe psychology, something to understand where you got stuck and why you got stuck. In the past, at some point, you had fallen. Something happened and you had fallen, and it created a different person than who you are. And this person was a way of survival. Creating this person for you was a way of survival. But it is not who you are, which is why now you feel lost, you feel blocked. And in some way you're blocking your own self because you are trying to continue in a way that you yourself don't agree with. So there is this inner conflict that you are dealing with. And there is a lot of passion in your life, actually, but you don't see it because you're looking down. You're trying to continue the same way, but it's not going to lead you the right way. So you have to move forward, but don't have a very strong idea how that moving forward should be. Take a step one by one, follow the path in front of you, and use your energy to understand yourself, to understand the things that happened in your life, to heal the things that happened in your life. And to learn to stop sabotaging yourself. Desert passage, yeah, you have to go through a time of relative peace, but also relative quietness and calmness. It seems like nothing is growing, but the sun is coming up. You need to take a step back in a way, in pursuing the goals that you thought were your goals, to be able to see new goals, new horizons, new perspectives. Maybe also do something creative that distracts you and steals your mind, helps you to step out of fight and flight and come back to a calmer state where you can see more clearly. When you can start seeing, where you can start seeing the beauty of life and the things that you really, really actually want in your life. And what were those things, you know? Before you've fallen, before this thing happened, who were you? What were your dreams? What did you want in your life? Where do you feel calm? Seek out those places, those people who are not giving you, who are not pushing you, but who are allowing you to be calm, where you feel calm. Let's look at the last oracle cards, astrological signs and aspects, maybe timing. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. It's a really beautiful card. So that tells me also that you might be an earth sign, maybe perhaps Taurus. And Taurus finds it very, 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 very difficult to change, very stubborn. And actually it's not so much stubbornness, it's comfort. It's a very strong loyalty for Taurus. But sometimes being loyal to your goals that don't serve you, and even being loyal to people who don't serve you, isn't helpful. And that is where you might be sabotaging yourself. Like this person also very, very stubbornly keeps looking down. And maybe there's something else to do. Maybe there's something else to be sought out. Maybe a different side of you, if you have different aspects in your chart. Instead of the Taurus, maybe the earth, fire, or water parts of your personality need to be nurtured, need to be allowed as well. But there is no question about your success. There is no question about you finding your path, and you finding, or rather rediscovering the real you, coming back to yourself, rebirth. The judgment is kind of resurrection, rebirth. In a divine, spiritual way. So trust, you really need to trust this plan. You really need to trust this blockage, and instead of thinking of the blockage, retrace your steps and look at your life, look at yourself, look at your desires, make a plan. Maybe, you know, get a board and make a plan, draw things, write things that really interest you, not the things that are supposed to or were supposed to interest you, but the things that really make you feel home, make you feel whole, make you feel passionate. Spend a little bit of time with yourself, with questioning yourself, not in a negative way, in an inquiring way. Why do I feel this way? What does it mean? Just stop for a moment. You've been moving very fast. You need to slow down. Take steps, step by step, not fast, slowly. Have time to think about it, to realize each step. And, well, do we have a new moon in Taurus coming up? No. So maybe it's something that started in the past and it's been going on for a while, that is leading you to a new path. So whatever is going on in the past approximately 1 year, in which past year we have had a new moon in Taurus, you need to use this time to redevelop yourself, to understand yourself. There was a new moon in Taurus on the 19th of May last month. When I'm doing this reading is June, 11th of June 2023. And just a month ago we had a new moon in Taurus, which may have marked a new moment in your life. There's something important that happened that day, around that day. And it is the right path. Whatever you've seen in that moment, whatever moment of enlightenment or understanding you had, something important happened around the 19th of May, 18th, 19th, 20th of May, and you need to follow that. There is no question about your success. Don't be afraid of doing this. Don't be afraid of changing. Because it is for your own good and it is for your own happiness. Allow yourself to be happy. Whatever happened in your life is not meant to be there to keep you unhappy. You can say, well, I'm going to limit my movements and limit my experiences so I can never experience something bad like that again. But that also means you're limiting your own happiness. You're limiting your own life, you're limiting your own self. And whatever situation is going on in your life at the moment, it only shows you that life is not easy either way. Difficult things find us either way. And you have a choice. In a measured way, you can come out of your comfort zone. Take steps. Think about them, work on them. Otherwise, life will push you. And in Taurus, life pushing you makes things really, really difficult. It stops you completely. So it's better if you choose and you decide to do the work on yourself. You've been working on things outside of you, now you need to work on yourself, on your emotional self, on your passionate self, not on your mental self. Who are you and what do you want? Right, pile number 1. I hope this reading was helpful. It felt very, very deep, but at the same time, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I really hope, I really, really, really hope that you can see it too. And I think if you don't see it yet, you will see it very, very, very soon. There's not a lot to go, but focus on yourself. For this little bit of time, just relax, let go of the ideas of what should be, and take it day by day, and just pay attention to yourself. I wish you the best of luck with this journey, because it's a very, very beautiful journey. Pile number 1. I hope that the reading was helpful. I hope that you liked it. If you'd like to comment, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to subscribe or give me a thumbs up, you're welcome to do so too. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to this reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So your overall message is wonders, with this beautiful, beautiful crystal, and the universe, or kind of, it looks like the Milky Way here. Wonders. Set yourself free. Let's see the rest of your cards. The King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. Wow, such powerful cards. So we're looking at what is happening in your life and what kind of clues the universe have for you to help you understand what is happening and what is the best thing to do. So we're going to look at the area of life, what is happening, what is the root cause, and what clues the universe have for you. The Hangman, another major arcana. Very, very, very powerful cards. 14, 12, 10, 12, 14. The Two of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. Because of the ring that you have here as well, and because of this initial feeling of set yourself free, I kind of had, when I was saying that, a thought came into my mind, and it was about, you know, being free in a relationship. Like, being in a relationship, being in a marriage doesn't mean that you are not free. And don't get me the wrong way. Let's try to explain this a little bit. In a relationship, if the relationship works well, and if it's a functioning, real, true, genuine relationship, that it actually opens your perspectives in life. It gives you a very strong base that you can always rely on. It gives you the opportunity to share. to learn on your own, to learn together, to evolve, to grow. It gives you the best of both worlds, to be free and to be connected at the same time. To be yourself, So I would say the area of life is relationship versus individuality. Where a choice needs to be made. And you have made a choice in the past, but it wasn't the best choice. But maybe it's not true. Maybe it's not true that it wasn't the best choice. Because it depends. Everything takes work and everything takes time. To get to the top of the hill, you need to climb the hill. If you go halfway and then you run back because thinking you need to climb another hill, you will never get to the top of the hill. Right? So the situation actually is not limiting you, it's asking you to expand, to open yourself. A change needs to happen. You don't always have to solve everything on your own. And that change needs to happen in you. If it won't happen in you, the universe will push you. So the change is coming anyway. So one of the things you need to do is to be more open to change yourself and to allow other people into your life, to share your life with. Because one of the things is that sometimes even when we are in a relationship, we actually, inside of ourselves, we constantly walk away from the relationship. So on the surface, we might be in a relationship, but within the relationship, we don't actually open and we don't actually share. And that hurts the relationship, and that hurts us as well. And that is is depicted really nicely in this picture. Being alone in a relationship and sharing in a relationship. You can see also the color schemes, how different they are. There is also a feeling of flow for the water here, while the water here is stuck and you cannot see clearly. So it's learning to share. Learning to negotiate, learning to be in the relationship. Exploring what it means to be in a relationship and share. Reigniting passion. What would it mean to have a family? Not being afraid. You can still be a powerful, strong person within a relationship. It doesn't mean that you lose your individuality. It doesn't mean that you lose yourself. But we need to learn how to do that. And that takes a little bit of time, that takes a little bit of exploration, wondering, discussing, weighing options, things to do, engage with the relationship. Allow yourself to engage and bring your best self into it. It's really interesting that Ace of Wands is there in the hand. Instead of keeping it to yourself, put it in the middle of the home. Put that power into the middle of the home. That powerful king. And a king is not coercive. A king is not negative. A king is someone who has dealt with their issues, with their life, with their dark side, explored themselves, understands themselves, knows when to be tough, knows when to be gentle, knows when to hold your horse. Why? He is a leader in the most positive sense of the word. Let's look at your oracle cards as a clue to timing or maybe astrological signs or aspects. A full moon in Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful message. What a beautiful cards. You've been walking a long journey developing yourself, and you need to integrate that in a relationship, in other aspects of your life. And a full moon in Pisces is coming up on the 31st of August. So I'm doing this reading on the 11th of June, which means in two and a half months' time. There is a major change coming in your life, positive change. Don't be afraid. But what you need to do is integrate. How can you integrate yourself, your healed self, into a relationship? How can you share? How can you lead? How can you be yourself within the relationship, within a relationship? And you can do this. You have to do it. Because it's two completely different lives. And the Hanged Man, that way is not the way you want to go. And not the way you will go. But you need to learn how to integrate yourself, how to be yourself, how to apply yourself in a relationship, how to share, how to be vulnerable, how to be accepting, how to insert your passion, how to be passionate. What does it mean to be passionate? Open yourself up. Very interesting. Pile number 2. Don't be afraid. You may have had difficult experiences in life, but you are different now. You have grown, you have evolved, you have seen things. Take the wheel and drive. Don't be afraid of taking the lead. You need to take the lead. It's kind of strange because I also have a feeling of conflict between femininity and feminine and masculine energies. And there is a need for a masculine energy to lead here, to be a leader in the positive sense of the word. That meaning he has wisdom, he has patience, he has vision, resources in the mind. It doesn't have to be financial and material resources. It's resources in the mind that even when you wander, you're not lost. You know that you are not lost. You have a direction. And you are willing to try different ways to see what takes you into that direction. Explore. Balance things. Don't be afraid to bring your masculine energies to the front. It shouldn't be something that anyone and any masculine is scared of, if it's done in a good sense, in a positive sense, in a wise way. Wow, pile number 2. I hope that this reading was helpful. and capture the essence of what is happening in your life and the questions that you may have, or the blockages that you might be feeling, and how to overcome them. I hope that there has been some ideas that can help you to move forward, and how to move forward, and what to focus on. So if you like the reading, please feel free to comment in the comments section below the video, and also subscribe and like the video if you'd like. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here today. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So your main cards is overall message is communicating freely. I communicate from the depth of my being. I think out of the 3 piles, this is the clearest overall message. And even on the ring, there are these waves of flow of communication. So let's see, let's look at your cards. So it's the area of life where you're dealing with communication, whether you're communicating with other people, communicating at work, within a relationship, friendships, but it's in a way finding your voice also. Let's see. 3 of Wands. So we'll look at area of life, what is happening, the root cause, and clues from the universe, what to do. And then the last oracle cards will look at timing, or maybe astrological signs and aspects. So 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, even there is a flow here, 3 to flow, 4. Area of life. What is happening? More Wands. Root cause. And clues from the universe. So we have the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So it's also communicate from the heart. Say what you feel you need to say from the depth of your being, with passion, with emotions, rather than so much logic. Why are you scared? Why are you scared of communicating? It's like in your head, it's very clear. Inside, it's very clear. But you need to be able to release it. Be yourself inside and outside. You've been waiting. I think something is missing. Something something material is missing. But it's not true. It's to do with your passion and emotion, not with the material. So maybe you are the kind of person who thinks, if I have this, if I have that, if this happens, if that happens, then I can be myself, I can say my truth. But the universe is telling you that it's not true. In any situation, anywhere, anytime, you can be yourself. You don't need to wait for something else to come in. I'm curious about the astrological aspect. North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. What a beautiful and fitting message. You don't need to wait for anything else. Be yourself. How? Maybe do something that you haven't done before. Join a group or a dancing class. Or if you live near water, something to do with water sports. Something that kind of shakes you out of your everyday routine. That allows you to step out of your comfort zone. It can be anything that brings you out of your comfort zone, but this is the first step. To then find your own way to communicate freely, to be yourself. What you're waiting for is coming though. That is the other thing as well. You believe that you cannot do anything, but you can. For example, you can find little things in your life that bring you joy. But the most important thing is to do something that is different, that is new. To slowly step out of your comfort zone. Because this is part of your mission. This is part of your purpose. There is something you need to say. either writing or communicating in some way, but there is something inside of you that arises from your experiences, from your life experiences. There is a story you can tell, and you need to tell. Maybe you also need to move, move to a different place, a different area, maybe a different community to refresh yourself. There is a lot of one's energy, which is to do with passions, allowing your passion. Allowing your passions to come forth. But allow yourself to be a little bit more liberated. It looks like your life has become a little bit sedentary. Try to step out of that in any way, but if you take the first step, the next thing will come, and the next thing will come, and the next thing will come. Whatever is being offered, as long as it's not completely against you, accept it. Accept it and nurture it. And it will build one by one, from 3 to 4. And then suddenly a new start will come. But you need to take the first step. Any step that takes you out of your comfort zone. A little bit. Whatever the first step isn't necessarily going to be the solution. But you need to start moving. You need to take that step in order to take off your blindfold. In terms of timing, I feel that this is kind of a strange reading because this is your life purpose and it will persist. It will persist. You are a seeker. Don't sit waiting. You have to go and seek. And then the things will come. Your path is take a step, and the universe will give you the next step, and the next step, and the next step. The continuation will come. But the first step needs to come from you. Pile number 3, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that this spoke to you, this reading. And if you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for choosing this reading, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.